Hello, hello, chat. What's up? It's been a really long time. I don't again remember when was the last time I streamed anything, which has been a few peaceful months in my life, or so it seems. What is up? How have you all been? And who are all there actually? I don't. I see some eyes on the chat, but. I don't see Anshika here, which is a massive surprise considering amount of places she has pinged me on to have a stream. Hi, Dr. Vidhi. Hi, Shivanshu, Sushma. I've been good. How have you been? How have you guys been? It's Sharjah Masters going on. I am not on site, but I am working from home and I had some free time, so I thought I'll just see if I still know how to use OBS, and here I am. I actually just started by playing some games on chess.com, a few casual games, and it was going pretty decently. Hi, Rachit. No one's here, like literally no one, or no one from Bravos. Yeah, so I was just playing on Chess.com and things were going quite well. The CCT is on 22nd and I'm playing against Bernatsky. So this has been my impressive Chess.com recent history. I've been literally winning every single time, every person that I've played against. But I think the CCT will be a bit different. Okay, bit of an exaggeration. You see a few draws and a solitary loss there. But it's been a good run in recent times. I got back to 2900 courtesy not playing Title Tuesday. And it depends, Shivanshu. It depends on what was your last update. So in 2023, I started working exclusively with Arjun. And coincidentally, uh, his rating also stopped dropping like crazy. He fell from about 27, 22 or something from like to a live rating of about 26.96 as we speak right now. But these things happen. It's a very common part of growth. Right now, I'm only working with Arjun. I'm exclusively working with him. This is the status update in 2023. In case you are tuning into my first stream of the year, amongst youngsters, who do you think will hit 2800? I have a pretty routine answer here. I think right now Gukesh is a big front runner because he's younger than all the other younger people. And there is also Abdus Aturo, who has been super impressive in recent times. They both are front runners, but in this, I particularly I think Gukesh has an advantage because he just has more years. So whatever he's experiencing at 16 and 17, some of the others are experiencing at the age of 19 and 20. And Gukesh is already playing in the GCT. He's going to play in Norway chess, and then he'll also play in the GCT in July. So he's already amongst the big boys, even amongst the youngsters at the age of 17. The others are likely to have this experience much later, even if they get a chance to have it at all. Hello, my. Oh, wait. Did I? Yeah, okay. It's a Chesscom stream. Hey, Mayur, how's things in Japan? Let me make myself a bit bigger because why not? Let me see if I still know how to operate OBS. Here we go. I guess I need to. Would be better if I can get myself a bit more into the center. There we go. Cool. So, chat. What do we do today? Do we? Things are getting warmer. I mean, things are burning out here in Chennai. Do you know who is coaching Nihal right now? No, I don't. I don't specifically know, but I'm pretty sure he will be working with a capable professional. He's quite well taken care of that way. Wow, OBS doesn't like me streaming as it is. Even though I'm connecting after like 3 months, OBS still gets disconnected. It's almost like OBS's disapproval. Now, if you refresh, it will be back. If you refresh, the stream will be back. Am I the coach of Nihal? I was till late 2022. The timeline was till December 2022. Cool. So let's see if I can get it out here. The pairing string of CCT. Yeah, here we go. This is the Champion Chess Tour pairings which are coming up. This is Division 3 where you see Sam Sevian, who's right now playing in Sharjah, is playing against Igor Kovalenko. Then Vaibhav Suri, one of the coaches of the Indian team, playing against Shigaev. Shashi playing against Alan Pichot. Aryan Tari playing against Terry Renato. Ledura playing against David Paravian, blah blah blah. We have one of the Indian players, Harshavardhan GB. Oh, okay, yeah, it doesn't prop properly. I think I need to get to a better screen here. This is not the screen we should have. But I am super rusty with regard to my OBS. That much is also clear. Okay, guys, here we go back again. Welcome back to AD stream, and he's playing in Sharjah right now. So, how do people from Sharjah play in Champion Chess 2? They can't play, or either they can't play, or they take an early draw and come and join this. The games of Sharjah, it starts at 4:30 p.m. Indian time. So today it started at 6:30 p.m. Indian time, but now it starts at 4:30 p.m. Indian time from the subsequent rounds. So what will happen is the games of CCT, it starts at 8:30. They'll likely finish those games and then they'll come and play in CCT. This is what is going to happen. Uh, and I'm out here. I'm playing against Grandmaster Vitaly Bernatsky, who is also playing in Sharjah. He lost his first game today. Uh, if I win, I'll probably play the winner of this matchup, Harshavardhan, who is only an international master, against Axel Bachmann, who I remember had a very tough game back in the day. He lost very badly against Ali Reza or some prodigy and felt so devastated that he ended up quitting professional chess. He's actually a pretty strong player. I remember feeling so bad for him. So when Chess 24 and Chess Results show different results, it's always a good idea to trust chessresults.com. Now there are three levels of trust. First is Chess This Week, then Chess Results, and then last is these broadcast websites like chess24chess.com. So this is your rule, and Chess Results will have the right results. They're likely to have the right results. Anyway, this is the Division 3. This will be on 22nd, and the Division 2 also has Raunak and Ferozi, who was the MVP of the Prochas League, and quite a few other players, including our own Bharat Subramaniam, Grandmaster Bharat Subramaniam, uh, another Indian junior. He's playing against Lee Kwang Lee, who was part of the Gotham Knights team. He's doing what Joe Root is doing for Rajasthan Royals. He did not play a single game in the Prochas League, but that's because they had Rajasthan had Joss Butler and Gotham had Hikaru Nakamura. Dimitri Andrekin is also super strong. So Division 2 is always a very strong event, but Division 1 is the main event. Here we had people like Anish Giri, who had qualified to the Division 1, but ended up not being able to play because he's playing in the GCT on the same day. So he got replaced by Jordan Van Forest, who cleverly picked Anish for the plane, probably knowing that Anish will play in the GCT, and Jordan might just replace him. So that was a pretty clever move by Jordan, if it was intentional, and it looks intentional because why else would he choose Anish? I mean, not that Anish is the strongest ever chess player ever in the planet, but nevertheless, he is one of the stronger players among the 12 players that was up for choice. And yeah, so that's the Division 1 pairing. Hikaru against Jordan. Ali Reza against Dimitri Kolars, who is a bit of a surprise entrant in Division 1, I must say. And I played against Dimitri just on the day of the CCT playing, and I think I won a couple of games, which makes it even more surprising for me. But those were casual games, and he probably played much stronger in the plane. Then we had Fabiano against Alexander Shimano. Shimano also lost his he lost his lane match play against Kirill Shevchenko, who is playing in GCT, who is also playing in GCT, and Abdus Satro against Jules. Meanwhile, chat, how many of you actually understood the format of the CCT? How many of you are following CCT? How many of you understand what is going on? Uh, so there are some people who are following it but don't understand, and then there are some people who are not following it at all. I cannot think of a single person who is both following it and completely understand well. But if you are one of those, then do let me know in the chat. What has happened to Vedith? He's playing 1E for all the time and Sicilians from black. I didn't have any influence in his new approach. Vidit has been, I think, trying to play a bit more differently from quite a while ago. So generally, when something starts a long time ago, then the results take a few months to show on the surface. But generally, things are in the process a few months ago. No idea what is CCT, really? No idea what is a champion chess tool? I mean, it used to be quite popular last year. It used to be this Magnus Carlsen too. Does it ring any bells? But yeah, I don't think Vidit playing 1E4 is any surprise. He's been playing it for more than 5 to 6 years. Danny was probably not aware of it, which is not surprising. But yeah, Vidit has been playing both 1E4 as well as the Sicilian for several years by now. I just watched the Indian matches in CCT. Yeah, same here actually. I even wanted to stream CCT when I played it for the first time in March. Back then I was streaming the title Tuesday, and I was considering streaming CCT, but back then streaming was not allowed. It was later, the rule book was later changed to allow streaming, but initially it was not allowed when I played in the plane. It was allowed to have another person commentating on the stream on behalf of me in my channel, but I was not. I mean, the player themselves were not allowed to stream back at that time. Then the policy got changed, reflected to uh, the players were allowed players are allowed to stream, but with chat off on YouTube and emote only chat on Twitch, and it's a very flexible rule. It kind of depends on who you are, what you are allowed to stream and where, and stuff like that. My thoughts on Global Chess League in Dubai. It's exciting. It's super exciting. I really want G.Skill to happen well. I think it's a great step forward for chess, and I really want it to move forward. Having said that, a lot of details are yet unknown, and I do really hope that's because of the hype that. Oh wait, yeah, okay, yeah. So I really hope that's because they want to build the hype and keep things suspense. When are the next round pairings? The pairings of the next round, if it is in India, it happens much faster. It happens like 30 to 45 minutes after the result of the last vote of the previous round. In UAE, it does happen a bit slower, but it should be out by tonight. And from tomorrow, it will be much faster. We won't have to wait this long because the games start a bit earlier. 4:30 p.m. start Indian time, and the games will go on till 9:30 max, because there's no additional time after 40 moves in this format, no 30 minutes increment, which is why I think Prag's opponent lost today after the 40th move. The game stops at the 40th move, and his opponent was not losing. So I'm just guessing that his opponent thought there was going to be an additional time, and ended up losing on time. What is the importance of the GCT in the World Championship cycle? It's very important, guys, because I was just thinking about it, and I realized that I'll tell you the timeline. It started off with FIDE announcing a deal with the Grand Chess Tour, which later did not turn out, which later did not materialize, and this slot for the GCT got replaced with this FIDE circuit points. Now, if you look at the FIDE circuit points, now let's have a look at it. Let's just go there inside. So, FIDE cycle, World Championship cycle, and this is the FIDE circuit page. And let's look at this. Yeah, this is the FIDE circuit. Let's just look at the points to see what is practical. A few days ago, Gukesh was leading this with a score of 43.12, but Wesley overtook him after a pretty consistent performance in the Superbet Classic in Romania. One sec. Yeah, let me move away. So yeah, this was the thing. Wesley moved ahead after his pretty consistent performance. Here you see he's finished fourth, he's finished fourth, he's finished third, and thereby he's on the top. Of these events, Gukesh had a pretty good WR Masters for the second place, and he won Munoka. But the first place of this tournament with a value of 11.64 is nowhere close to the third place of this GCT tournament. So if you see this, how the cycle is working, the person who does the best in GCT is likely going to win the FIDE circuit. It's as simple as that. Unless they qualify through another means, because these are the 5 best performances, and 5 best performances in the GCT, even within the top 5, will weigh heavier than a first place finish in a standard open, or even a third place finish in a strong tournament like Sigeman & Co. with an average rating of 2674. So this is how FIDE circuit practically works. So when it came, it was suspected to be a system which can give any player in the world a chance by virtue of winning all these open events. But when I see it practically, what I understand is, for instance, Leon is going and winning all the open tournaments. Not winning, but he's been pretty consistent. But he's only got 26.7 out of these three. And for a win in Baku Open, he got 13.73, which is not bad, but it's nowhere close to what Fabiano got for winning the Romania GCT, 26.84. So he's getting double the points. And the thing about GCT is that the same players keep getting invited again. The same players keep getting invited again. So it's going to be one of these people, Anish or Fabi, Wesley, so who is going to get who is going to be at the top in the FIDE circuit. And in case they do not, in case it doesn't happen, I mean, in case one of them don't win, like for instance, it can be a situation where Wesley so wins the FIDE circuit, but he has also won the Grand Swiss. In such a situation, it will go to the second best player, who will also be one of the players from GCT, I think. But yeah, this is the importance of GCT in the World Championship cycle. It's a pretty good question. The winner of the GCT will probably be the winner of the FIDE circuit as well. So even if the deal between FIDE and GCT didn't quite materialize, we actually have its practical application somehow. And I don't know if this was intended or it just played out that way. But one way or another, the players who play in the GCT have a massive advantage. So for those who are outside of GCT, like for for example, someone like Gukesh or Arjun, their only chance is to win the World Cup or the Grand Swiss. They have only these two shots. Apart from that, it's going to get pretty difficult for them. And FIDE circuit in practice gives anyone a chance. Sorry, in theory, it gives any player in the world a chance. But in practice, this is heavily in favor of those who are playing in GCT. Not taking anything away from the players, because if, for instance, a random grandmaster, let's just take an example of me. If I get a million chances in GCT, I'm probably not going to make it to the FIDE circuit, because good chances I'll end up finishing last every single time. But uh, amongst the elite players, whoever is there, amongst these, the handpicked invited players to the GCT have a much better chance than those players who are just outside. Gukesh, Parham, Arjun, Sevian. Now, these are players who will not finish in the last place in GCT every single time. So, this is the difference. Do they count rapid and blitz points of GCT in this circuit? Yes, they do. If the tournament rating average is about 2700. So, for this reason, the Sati Zuldiz Cup, which Arjun played, was also counted, giving Arjun's only entry in the FIDE circuit. He has he got 8.29 because the tournament had an average rating of 2707. And these rapid and blitz tournaments, they take for it to be eligible to be counted towards the FIDE circuit, it has to have a rating average of about 2700 in the standard rating list. So someone like Prag can be 1900 in rapid or blitz, but if he's 2690, that will be the rating which will be taken. When will we have Global Chess League and who all will be playing? Mystery, guys, mystery. Are you coaching or captaining a team for Global Chess League? Also mystery. Right now, nothing is known about the Global Chess League. It's not like GCT, about which we have all the dates and the players and the tournaments. Uh, GCL is, we don't know yet. We don't know a lot of things about it. But let's see how it goes. It only adds to the excitement, I think, not knowing about what is to come, because there is a lot of mystery. It's like George R.R. Martin's final book, but I do hope it happens on time, unlike his books. So this is the update on the FIDE circuit. Do we have the pairings of the Second round of Sharjah yet. Chat. Has the pairings come? No, Soham, I don't know any details. I really don't know. Uh, I really don't know. I'm not trying to not reveal. It's a mystery for me as well. I uh, I would love to know more though. Chad, I really don't know. I'm serious. I don't know. How plays are picked for GCT? Usually, having a very high rating helps. Most of them in GCT have a rating of about 2750, 2760 and above. And then a few players get picked. A few local players get picked, and then there are some wildcard slots. So, for instance, there is a July GCT, and in that Anand and Gukesh are the wildcard players. Apart from six invited players, there are four wildcards in that tournament. So that is how it works. But it's not a totally transparent criteria for who qualifies and who doesn't qualify. Only thing is, you have to have a very high rating. That's the main criteria. There is no uh, hey Pulkit. So why start with it's potentially the last week is because it could be, it could be any time with the schedule, with more things coming up, with everything packed. You just never know when it might be the last episode. So I'm just preparing for that. Being an office bearer, can Vishy possibly make it to the candidates in the future? Well, if he wants to, I would never rule him out because a lot of people did think he was out and finished after losing to Magnus in 2013, but he made it again through the candidates. But that said, he also wouldn't have become a deputy president if he was interested in playing in the candidates. So it seems like he has kind of hung up his boots on the World Championship cycle, which also makes sense because you can imagine the level of strain it puts a World Championship match, the cycle, the candidates on someone like Magnus Carlsen, who is in the prime of his life. So, what do you expect from Vishy? Is the circuit rating in same order for women too, provided not many premier tournaments happen? Yeah, it's pretty gender neutral. The circuit. It's not any different for uh, it's not any different for either men or women. Whom do you think will have more chances to reach next year's candidates? I think Gukesh for sure, uh, because you really need to have some exceptional performances and either win the World Cup or Grand Swiss, and that I think Gukesh has a higher chance of doing it. Right now, it feels like he's the best shot from India, but these things can change pretty fast. That's my disclaimer. Within a few months, a lot changed. I remember there was this time when Arjun and Vikesh overtook Vidit, and Vidit was at number four. Now we see Vidit back in classical. But that said, getting to this 2760, 2770, 2800 league at the moment, Gukesh has a higher chance because of his age. Share plainly because of his age. Arjun seems to be a bit shaky in Pro League. Yeah. So the thing is, one basic thing which I can tell the chat because I guess it's not much of a secret. A lot of these top players, including Arjun, will not use their best weapons that they intend to use in classical in the online events, even for tournaments like PCL and CCT. Even in this prestigious events like CCT with the $50,000 first prize, they will not use everything. Arjun will likely not use Gandivam in a CCT match, even though that is his user ID. And that is one thing. Second thing is Arjun was under a lot of pressure in the semis and the finals of our PCL matchup because everyone was losing. So it just so happened that everyone was losing, and wait, what do you see on my stream? I got a bit distracted. Do you have this? You have this FIDE circuit, right? Because it shows me the CCT sheet. Yeah. So getting back here, in PCL, he was under quite a bit of pressure because others were losing quite a bit, and that is the reason why Arjun also lost. He lost against Shamsidan, Okido, and Fedosiv. Both the games he tried really hard to win. So there are two approaches in these kind of situations where the odds are totally against you. One is you can be like an MSD. You're not going to chase this target anyhow. So you just don't take irrational risks. Accept that you lost this game and try to get to a respectable score. Or there are some people who will try to go berserk and all out, not lose hope of losing in any circumstance. And this is Arjun. He will not spare any effort. So in the semifinals, he lost against Wokido and he lost against Fedosi. Both those games he played pretty rash. Then in the third place match against Yogis, he just got outclassed against Pranesh, which has been a feature of Arjun's play. Sometimes he just plays pretty bad openings against lower rated players, and some of these lower rated players who are not as lowly rated as their ratings are just take full toll of it. Uh, and the other one is was against Vidit, where again he took a rational risk playing the black pieces. I remember Raja revealed that he used classical preparation in the final of CCT and he won too. Where did Raja play in the final of the CCT? I don't even remember. But people were doing it in 2020 and 2021 when there were no classical ratings, no classical tournaments. But in 22 and 23, classical has taken precedence. And it's also pretty clear that for this young generation also, the world championship title is, at least at the moment, more coveted than being the CCT champion. I have no idea for what Raja is coming. Maybe some deathmatch, or maybe it could be to record a Fritz trainer with Saga, or it could be maybe he thought GCL was going to be in India because that's what a lot of people thought initially. And maybe Dubai is like a little India because in terms of people living there, it is pretty much India. Yeah, Tata Steel India is a pretty good guess. Although it's all very tricky, guys, because I don't know if there's anything final about the Tata Steel India yet, either the schedule or the players list. And there's going to be a pretty hectic schedule later around that time in September. What I do know is that we are going to have Asian Games late September, and there's also the World Teams for Women in September, in which we won famously the silver medal all the way back. So there are these two major events coming up. Yeah, why is Dubai selected for GCL and not India? I have no idea again. How many hours do these elite players spend on training every day on average? A lot of hours. It takes a lot of hours. I think chess in particular is a very demanding profession that way. The amount of time it takes for preparation is, I think it's more. closer to what it is in academic fields rather than in the sports world. Is Arjun or with playing in the rapid team events in Düsseldorf? Again, we don't know yet. So this stream has a lot of we don't know yet because I really don't know. I don't have answers to a lot, a lot of these questions. Why is Humpy not playing in Grand Prix? I think she has played 3 out of 4, but I'm not sure. But in any case, I don't think she has a shot of getting into the candidates through the Grand Prix because even if she wins the next event, I don't think she has a even a theoretical chance of making it to the candidates. So maybe she didn't want to waste her time because I remember even initially she was not happy with the format of the women's candidates, and I remember her telling someone that she didn't want to play the Grand Prix, but somehow later she changed her mind, played in a couple of these events. But looking at how things were uh, against the Indian players in the previous Grand Prix, it makes full sense for her not to play in the next one. Oh yeah, also she played two and she withdrew from one due to health reasons, and Vaishali did replace her. So that did happen, and that is also a reason why she's not playing the Grand Prix. But regardless, it I think it doesn't make sense for her. Hello, Hadrian, what's up? What's up? So these are the recent things which are going on in the chess world. There's going to be the Sharjah Masters now. Then there is going to be the Dubai Open in terms of opens, and in terms of closed events, we have these GCT events, the Grand Chess Tour, which is going to have a super field. Let's see what is the upcoming events. Will Vishy always be in the top 10 even if he doesn't play further chess? No, he's not going to be like Bhishma Pitama. It's he has to play a classical event to maintain his rating, which he will for sure play, and he will keep his rating as long as he maintains his rating. He will keep his top 10, which also seems likely for the moment because Vishy has always played about 2750. Yeah, so this is the super bet in Poland. I don't remember. Yeah, this is the dates May 19 to 26. It has Deng, Wesley, MVL, Duda, Rapport, Anish, who are part of the full tour. And then we have a wild card to a former world champion. Is it some dude called Magnus Carlsen, which is why he's not playing in this CCT. Wojtaszek, Bogdan, and Kirill Shevchenko. So this is also why they're not playing in this CCT. Then there is the GCT in Croatia. Here, this features Gukesh and Vishy. They are the wild card. And apparently, there's also another wild card for this dude, Magnus Carlsen, in July. It's pretty interesting that there are five regular players and five world card entries. I mean, a tournament where half the players are regular and half the players are wild card. That's wild. Then there will be the St. Louis Rapid and Blitz, November 12 to 19, and the Sinkfield Cup, which is on November 19 to December. I have a feeling that Hans won't play Sinkfield this time, which means it might be Magnus Carlsen making his return. Why is Nihal not participating in CCT? I don't know honestly. Um, but yeah, somehow he doesn't play a lot of these online events. I think it has a lot to do with his mood and whether he feels like it. It's quite possible that he feels the tournament is just too long in terms of the time control. Cool chat. So I think that's this stream. A pretty short stream. I was initially thinking of playing a few games on stream, but I think I would prefer to do it with full focus off stream. Get a bit of practice in for the CCT coming in a few days. Try and stay in the blitz rapid shape. And this was a lot of fun to do after a really long time. Although I really missed Anshika not being here. She was the one who kept asking for a stream in every platform possible. Yes, the streaming endurance, it takes time to build up. It doesn't come immediately, and it also requires practice and consistency, neither of which I have at the moment. But would love to come and stream as much as I can. I have always wanted to. It had gotten a bit busy in between, starting from this year. It started with the vacancy, and then things kept happening one after another, and I was either busy or tired. But I'm never stopping streaming, or I'm never stopping putting out content on YouTube. The communication between us is not going to stop. So this is all I can say. I don't know the seconds of Dinglish apart from Rapport. Although I have tried to ask this question on Twitter as well, but no answers. Maybe when I go on site to some tournament, uh, we will find out more. All right, chat. So thanks a lot for tuning in. Do hit that like button if you haven't. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Although I really don't expect anyone here who is not subscribed. Thank you so much for tuning in. Despite me streaming after a century almost. So thanks a lot. And see you all really soon. Probably in the next Just This Week episode. So bye bye. See you.